Hey, this message goes out to Aria, Gard, and anybody else there at Guitar Center that would like to hear it. When I first started at Guitar Center, I started off as a banjo and guitar instructor, and I took any days that was given to me. Patrick asked if I come in this day or that day. I said, I just can't come in for just one person. I got to get more than one person before I make it out a day. And I remember when I applied for instructor and I had to do a little mock class with Patrick, show him how I teach and all that sort of stuff. And he asked me, would you see yourself in a couple of years? I said, management. He jokingly said, no, are you going after my job? I said, no, you're going to give it to me. Well, in May, Patrick turned in his 2 weeks notice and he was going to do something else. And I said, no. He said, there's already been somebody qualified for the job. I said, I don't think I stuttered when I said I'm going to get your job. Well, I put it in through the internal way of applying for it. And Aria, seeing that I was doing a good job, not only as instructor, but when I was there, I didn't have students. I helped people around the shop. I helped promote sales. I was a good salesman. People walk in and buy a guitar, I made sure you got a case. Well, so you got a case for your phone, why not a case for your guitar? Your guitar is just as valuable. So a lot of times I would promote sales. I really would. And then when I got, she saw when I put my application in for lessons lead that she said, well, he's already a good fit. I took over in May. Last part of May, yeah, I think so. And about that time, Jess Williard, he was teaching on Saturdays and Wednesdays. Now, I didn't know my position. I asked her, so I don't know what all I got to do here. She said she'll help me, but she hired a new sales manager. She had to get a new technician, and she'll get to me when she can. Okay, fine. I'm trying to do everything I can. They said, well, if you don't know what you're doing, ask at other lessons lead. Well, I don't know what to ask them because I don't know what I need to do. I'm thinking, okay, if people don't know, they don't know. They don't know what questions to ask. I should just call them and say, I don't know what to do. But I thought Aria said she'll get to me. Okay, at least give me a rough sketch. She told me what to do, this, what to do, how, but she never showed me. She said, and I've asked her this, ma'am, if you come on the computer and show me, I got to click on this icon to go here and do that. I would take notes. Okay, click on this to go here. But she never did. She never got back with me. So I thought, well, they said with parts lessons lead is you have to advertise for wanting for new students, and that I said, well, where would I find the material needed to advertise? I'll show you. Never did. I was thinking, okay, I got to advertise for lessons, advertise for summer sessions, advertise for open house, advertise for showcases, but I've got no material to advertise with. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm not going to sit back and say, well, I can't do it because I don't have material. I said, you know what? If they ain't going to show me, I'll find a way to do it. So I made flyers up for open house, made flyers up for showcases, made flyers up for people can scan the QR code and sign up. I mean, I was getting it done, even though it's different than what they expected because they didn't show me how. I still got it done. Not only had I to do that, Jess Williard decided to quit teaching on Saturdays. Well, dumped a lot of the students in my lap. I don't know what to do with them. How can I? These people moved over. Then Malachi decided he wanted to quit. Just quit. He quit teaching on Saturdays. He's on Thursdays. I'm like, well, shoot, I got 2 instructors that I got to find students for. Nobody teaches on Saturdays. Now this is back in May, maybe early June. I've had to step up instructor's role to teach on Saturdays because nobody else would come in on Saturdays. So I had to do instructor's role. I had to try to do my best to do lessons lead with no help from the management on where to get this. Then I had to do monthly reviews on the instructors. Well, I gave them all compliments. I gave them all high praises. And in fact, I started the featured instructor of the month. I had 3 of them. May, June, July. Yeah, May, June, July. I featured Anthony Jones first month, then Erica Purcell Williams, and then Josh Lentz. When I first got started on as lessons lead, she said she wants to try to reincorporate the employee of the month. I had 2 employees there. Bradley and Anthony said they would recommend me for employee of the month. Well, she checked, there's only my name in it. She said she threw it away. I said, why? You had 2 people that said they were going to nominate me. Well, I'll send it up. Who is she going to send it up to? She's a store manager. Why didn't she just say, Bill, I don't want to reward you for something because I already don't like you, whatever the case may be. I don't want you to be employee of the month. I don't want you to have anything good about you at all because I'm going to try to find ways to fire you. You can't do the lessons lead. Well, you got me doing lessons lead. You got me doing instructors. You got me doing promotional. You got me doing showcases and open houses, but you won't show me how to do it. When you get mad at me because I'm not doing it the way you want it done. If someone don't show you how to make biscuits and gravy, for example, how in the world you can come up with some ideas and it may not be right. But that's what I did. I tried to come up with the best ideas I did. I let them use my personal Bose sound equipment for two showcases. Almost been 3, but I don't think I did 3. Maybe 2. Maybe I know 2 of them. No, I know 2 of them. Maybe 3. Thousands of dollars with the sound equipment. I let them use it. But they're telling me I can't use my own printer and ink for printing up flyers and promotional material. But they let me use my over $10,000 with the sound equipment. There at the end, July 19th was my last day. So I'd say around 1st of July, we knew the showcase the open house was coming. It comes around once a month. And Aria told me I need to get 15 people to take free trial lessons. And I specifically asked her, how do I get 15 people to take free lessons when I don't have any instructors teaching them? She looked at me and she said, that's why we pay you for. Okay. I took that as a personal, all right, challenge accepted. I had to step back down the instructor role and teach a seminar so I had 19 people sign up. And she told me on July 19th, she said the only reason why we kept you on until after the open house was because you did get 15 people to take your open house. We was wanting to fire you earlier, but we saw you got to 15. Ain't that a bowl of baloney? Worked that hard to get it, and then the day I got it, they let me go. I had to have a sick day, June 23rd. I put it in the Dayforce. It's a software program where you can request days off for sick days or whatever, vacation, whatever it is. I put in there sick day. She didn't approve it. Coming up June 23rd, okay? And I put this in there. I got to be off. Got to take. So I finally talked to her and said, I need those 2 days off because I got surgery to go. And she asked me, can you come in on the Thursday and Friday on your normal days off to work instead of Monday and Tuesday? Yeah, I can. But sick days means if you got to take a sick day, that means you're going to get paid for that day. That's by law. She wanted me to come in on my days off to work. Well, I don't mind doing it, but the fact is she should have paid me the sick day. So she violated the law there. One time the foam stuff that's on the walls and the ceilings was coming down. Instead of saying, hey, take a look at the instructor's room. I'm helping do sales. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. And I don't always go into the less instructor's room. Well, she sent me an email. She said, well, if you were in basic training, would your sergeant say you made your bed? I looked at her and said, ma'am, if we were going to compare military ranks, with you being a store manager, you're the captain of this boat. Because there's 3 other managers under you, we are your lieutenants. We're not privates. So don't talk to me like I'm a buck private in the military. Well, she realized then she wasn't going to bully me around. You give me a task to do, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm heck high water. I got, I think I said 17 people or better signed up for the open house. Thad Hoffhines decided in the week prior, just a week prior, that he'd come in on Saturday. So I had 6 people sign up for him. Well, then she'd say, well, when Patrick was there. He had 15 people sign up for classes, sign up, for the monthly classes. And I looked at her and I told her this. I said, ma'am, here's where your logic falters. He had a full house of instructors. I was one teaching them on the floor. He had 4 rooms with instructors full in the rooms. I know there's at least 5 instructors. I'll leave that because I'm on the floor. Teaching 15-minute classes, turn around 15-minute classes, turn around 15. So if he had 5 instructors, just 5, I know there's at least 5 because like I said, there's 4 rooms and I'm on the floor somewhere. So he had 5 instructors and he'd catch them all out when they're coming out the door, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, he's going to get 15 people sign up if he kept packing them in for 15 minutes. I couldn't do that because it was just me teaching. I'm doing the lesson lead. I'm teaching. And so if I got 3 people sign up and I'm the one who had to teach it and do everything, and then she still fires me. That's what I can't get at. So realistically, I looked under the ADA and it says she did not properly accommodate me in what I needed. And I told her, ma'am, I've got anxiety issues. I want to make sure when you give me a task to do, I'm going to do it. Or I'll probably go stress out because I can't get it done. When you gave me an impossible task, I still achieved it, and you still fired me. I had no hopes at all staying with that company because the fact is, I asked her, she wanted me to start removing my ball cap. I always wear a Desert Storm cap or something. And I simply asked her, ma'am, I'll take my hat off when you take those gay flags, pride flags out of here. If we ain't supposed to be advertising military, why should we advertise who we or what we sleep with? So she noticed real quick that her bullying me was not going to happen. So she fired me on the day that I put on the open house. That's not right.